It has been 2 years. Yeah, it's been 2 years since I took and purchased this boat right here. I did not purchase it brand new though. I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. I actually made a video on it when I first got it. It was actually I think it was the next day after I got it. I made a video on my channel about it because it was one of the first boats that I actually took and purchased myself and went and got. Before I start the video right here, I want to thank 252, man. He did help me take and tear this boat apart, help me with the trailer, stayed up late with me, helping me fix it, to bring y'all content for me to enjoy and for him to get on too, you know, for him to fish and for all of us to have a good old time, man, out there on the water. So, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for watching all my videos. I appreciate all the support. And if you're new to the channel and you ain't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for me, and leave me a comment down below. I greatly appreciate it. So let's go on to jump into this, man, and start talking about the boat and show y'all what I did to it. I appreciate y'all. So we got the camera turned around. Here's my little boat right here. I did a few little upgrades to it. Nothing like major, but I'm just gonna walk down it right here, kind of show the boat, and then I'm gonna go back to the front and talk about it, kind of some of the stuff that I did. But it's a nice little boat, man. It really is. I mean, it's a really nice little boat. And check out the leaves, they're falling. Everything's falling, that's so crazy. But anyways, back to the boat. Right here in the front, man. I ain't gonna talk about the trailer because a trailer is just a trailer. That's just what the boat's sitting on. But right here in the front, what I did different was I took and put 2 pod lights on it right here. And I also installed a car horn, which is really cool, man. I really wanted a horn on my boat, so I put it right here on the front, and I got it angled down so water don't get inside here and kind of mess it up, the diaphragm in the inside. But that's one thing that I did do to it that I really like. It's the same exact trolling motor that I had. The way I have this mounted on here though, I did not want to drill no holes into the boat anywhere. So what I did was I took a piece of aluminum angle, and I just took the trolling motor and sat on top of it and just clamped it down and just, you know, installed the lights right here onto it, just kind of drilled into it there and there, you know, put the bolt in it, blah, blah, and kind of just put it there. And it works really good. So if you don't want to drill holes in your boat, man, that is a really good way to be able to install lights on the front or anything that you want on the front. I mean, even navigation lights, you know, like the lights that's right here, your red and green one. If you don't have them and you want to try to install them on your boat or whatever, and you don't want to drill holes into it, because drilling holes are bad. Trust me, they are bad into a boat. So that's one way you can do it. That is a really cool idea. It took me a minute to figure that out. So simple, but it took me a minute. And the way I ran the wires, I just took some wire loom and I just ran it right down the side of the boat right here, and I'll show you where that goes to in a minute. But it's the same trolling motor, and that's what I installed right there. I really like them lights right there a whole lot. In the front storage, you know, we still got the storage up here. I'm not exactly 100% sure what is in there, but we'll look in there right quick. I done forgot what I had all in there, man. I got a whole bunch of stuff inside there. I mean, I got a little goodie bag right here with all kinds of little stuff that I might need when I'm out there. Stuff I found, like corks and stuff. I mean, you never know. You never know what you might need. A little bag, my scale. We got Reese paper in here because that's one of my favorite candies. Hooks, fish stringers, knife sharpeners. What is this? Not exactly 100% sure. Oh, that's my little fan. And it still works. Check it out. It still works. Anyways, that's what's in there. Front storage, I will say this one right here stays dry. The other ones, not so much. The trolling motor, I did do something different with this, and I'll show you that here in just 1 minute. Right here, there is a storage down here. It's supposed to be a dry storage, I guess, but like I said, it ain't really too dry down in there either. It still gets wet for some reason. It's got a little seal, but it still gets wet down in there. I got some planer boards, some homemade planer boards. A buddy of mine gave me them. I actually made, let's see if I can't get that out. I actually made them right there myself. They work pretty good, man. I mean, decently, and put a little glow stick on there so you can see them at nighttime. And that's basically what's in there. Like I said, it is not actually dry. It's supposed to be dry, but it's not. Back to the trolling motor though. What I did was, the trolling motor plug right here, it is actually burnt out. And I didn't want to take and rerun wires all the way back through here again. So what I did was, I kind of gave 252 the idea, and then I kind of stole the idea too. This is actually a drop cord. He had a drop cord at his house, and he gave me some of the drop cord to be able to run through the boat, but I didn't do it because I figured if I was going to do that, I wanted to replace everything, so I didn't, and I just kind of got it sitting right here on the front deck of the boat. But what I did was I took and just drilled holes into the clamps and just kind of put these little connectors on it with a wing nut and a bolt on it to bolt it to it. So if anything does ever happen to the drop cord, I can just unloosen this, you know, and I can just hook it straight to my battery and I'm still good. So that's the reason why I did it that way. Another thing that I upgraded was these seats right here. Oh my God. These seats right here are some of the best seats ever. I know y'all know what they are right there. I mean, they are some of the best seats ever. They're all aluminum. They're not really lightweight, but they are nice, trust me. The only thing, I will tell you this, let's see if I can't find it right quick. It ain't that bad on that side. Right here it is though. The only thing I don't like about them is that this strap right here that goes from one end to the other, right here, it is starting to fray. I don't know if y'all can see that real good or not because it is kind of bright. It's kind of hard for me to see everything. But it is fraying right there. And I think the reason why it's doing that is because of the sharp edges that's on this piece right here. I really need to take a file or something and file that down so it ain't so harsh on that strap right there. But I tell you what, these seats are ultra nice when you're sitting there looking out the back of the boat at the poles, you know, your catfish poles, or if you're just chilling fishing or whatever, you can take and recline this thing and lean on back in it. Man, I tell you what, it is nice. And the high back on it, man, it is, trust me, it is lovely. The one I had before was a low back, and sitting in it for hours and out there fishing for a long time, it'll definitely hurt your back. But these, I'm telling you, these Millenniums right here, and I got the Millennium Pro M, to kind of match the inside of the boat. They are white, and I tell you, they will get dirty. But I'll tell you this, I done said it before, I love these seats right here, man. Even though we got some pine straw on it, it's coming from the trees, but they are nice, man. I got two of them, and I normally don't have two of them in the boat. I have just one. If I'm out there fishing with another person, I'll bring two, but mainly it's just one so I can have the whole open floor back here to fight catfish with. And up here at the front too, what I did was I took and put these little pole holders right here. They are not for catfishing or anything. They're actually for crappie fishing. I put one on this side. I just got it ran on the cleat right here. Let me go over here to the other side where you can see what I'm talking about. I just got them ran right through the cleat, and I just got a wing nut on them to kind of keep them still. They're nothing real sturdy or anything, but crappie fishing, you know, you don't need nothing that's really sturdy. So I took and put them right here on the front. Like I said, I don't want to drill into the boat, so I took and everything that I could think of possible, I took and utilized it the best I could. And we got a cool little cup holder right here. The little cup holder is really nice. It is very convenient. I haven't figured out nothing to do with that yet. If you have any suggestions what I could do with this, what I could put here, or what I can use it for, put it down in the comment, because I haven't figured out anything besides for putting my drink, but it looks really useful. All right, so working our way back from the front right here, from the seat and to the lights and just little odd end stuff that I did right there. It's pretty basic, you know, storage, trolling motor, light, seat, blah blah. I mean, it's very basic. And back here on the front deck right here, we got two storages, and one in the middle is the live well, and we'll get to all that here in a minute. But I'm gonna talk about on this side right quick, the front lights right here, what I was talking about, where I took and hooked them up with the wire loom. I ran it all the way down the side of the boat, just because I didn't want to run it through the boat yet. If I ever do decide, I'm gonna take it apart and redo everything. But I took and just kind of took zip ties and zip tied it to the staples that I put in there, and just kind of ran it right down the side and just went right over the top of the boat right here, and it goes straight down to the storage compartment right here. And inside the storage compartment is where the batteries go, and I'll move some of this stuff right here out of the way. This right here is actually for the trolling motor. I just hook it straight up to the battery right here. That is the rope that I take and dock the boat with, And that's a Reese paper that I take and eat whenever I'm out there because I get hungry. I ain't even gonna lie, I be snacking when I'm out there, bro. I ain't lying to you. The big ones right here are for the front pod lights. The small ones are for the horn. The big battery sits right here. I have two baby batteries, two 12-volt batteries. And these are deer feeder batteries is what they are. They come from Walmart. And that's what run my fish finder and runs the front navigation lights. That's all that runs right there. And I have two of them, one for backup. And this little battery right here, it came from Walmart too. That's for my stern light. And I plug it up with Christmas lights right here. I put a piece of tape on it so I know which side, you know, to connect, because Christmas lights, they're backwards if you plug them up, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. The wires in them is funny. You would think this one and this one goes to this one and this one, but it's just backwards. And I got a piece of red tape on there, so I'll know what's going on. But down here, I did something a little bit more different. Like I said, I didn't run wires. I ran the wires right here, these ones, to everything to the front and stuff. And I didn't have to run a trolling motor because of that. Right here, I did some cool little stuff, man. The pod lights were taking too much power, and they were making the end of the wires really, really hot. So I took a AC compressor that's out of a car, a relay, and I hooked it up to this right here, to the pod lights that's on the front, because I'm running them for a long time. I tell you, man, that wire gets really hot, and I thought it was going to burn. And the relay right here actually takes the heat out of it before it even burns the wire. So this takes all the heat and the wires stay cool. So that's really good. And I installed a fuse too, just in case, you know, I wasn't exactly 100% sure. So I kind of, you know what I mean, I kind of installed that fuse. And that's kind of just what I did different right here in the storage compartment. It's pretty basic. It just hooks all up and you just unhook it. And right here, I made me some switches. The switch right here on the front is for the pod lights, and this one right here is actually for the horn. It'll go beep beep. And that actually came, this switch came off of it's a dryer switch is what it is. And yes, I do be utilizing everything, trust me. I'll be building stuff. It is a dryer switch, so when you press it, it'll make the horn go beep beep. But it's so when you close the dryer door, it presses up against it and the dryer goes and it starts working. And when you take and open the door up, it'll take and cut the dryer off. And this thing is actually a pole holder, but I wasn't using it, so I used that as a switch panel. And when I'm not using it, or if it's raining, I'll just throw it down in here. And when I'm using it, I'll just put it right back on there, and bada boom, bada bang, you know, we got us a switch panel. Putting all this right here back up, including my little Reese paper that I be snacking on whenever I'm out there fishing. All right, so right here in the center is my little live well, and it's not really little. I mean, it's actually pretty big. I mean, it's fairly decent, man. I can hold some fish in there, trust me. And I put me it's actually a butterfly net right here, but that's my little bait net that I take and use right here. It's even telescopic. It's pretty cool. I can like kind of reach down and grab the fish without even having to reach down, so that's really cool. I just kind of velcroed it on there. I didn't want to drill no holes in the boat, trust me. So I just velcroed it on there. It kind of holds it there, and I'm glad. I even installed a light down here inside the live well. And the way I ran it, it was a T for a piece of PVC, and I ran the wire up here, and I took this tape and I ran it all the way through here because I did not want to drill no holes, and just ran the wire straight down and straight through here. And I hooked it up to my little switch panel right here. And now I can see inside the live well at nighttime, and I don't have to blind myself, because if you're ever looking inside of a live well with a headlamp or flashlight, the light reflects the water, like reflects on the water, and it hits you back in the eye, and you gotta like move the light or your headlamp. And so I said, you know what, we're gonna put a live well light in there. So that's something I did different right there, was put a live well light in there, and it helps too. I mean, it really helps. All right, so coming over here on the other side, this side right here we're gonna move these rods right here out the way. This side right here, I'm not exactly 100% sure what all I have in here, but it's kind of like an all-around little storage compartment. Here's my little glove, my fish grabbers. I do have my fire extinguisher down in there, old worm tub, some paracord, old air horn. Got to have some bug spray on the water, man. I always got to have bug spray. My life jacket's actually in there. Got a little box full of jigs, my pliers. I can sit them there, matter of fact. My little cutting board. I even have a little bat in here, man. Check it out. I got a little bat. You never know when you might need something to hit something with. So just got a little baseball bat in there. I even have a little paddle. And I think that's it, basically. I don't want to take all this stuff out, but it's kind of just a little storage compartment that I just put stuff in, mainly for the life jacket to keep it out of the way. Working my way back here in the back. This is where I'm basically like fishing at. Whenever I'm taking a catfishing, this is where I'm fighting the fish at. What I did back here before I start on anything, I took and put a mat down in here. The reason why I put a mat, it's a yoga mat is what it is. But why I put a mat down there is because this boat is plastic. And when you take and catch a catfish, what happens is that the bottom of the boat gets really, really slimy. And it gets really slippery. So I put a little yoga mat down in there, man. It's got like this texture to it. I don't know if you can actually see it down there, but it's got like this little bit of a texture to it. And it definitely helps out with slipping. I mean, I about fell a couple times, but you know, that's just how it is when you're catfishing. But it does have a little bit of texture, so when I'm standing on it and it is a little bit slimy, you know, it gives me a little bit of traction. And I didn't take and drill no holes. What I did was I took and used the pieces that hold the actual floor down. I just kind of screwed it in there into it, and I had to take, I don't know if you see right here, but I had to take and piece it together because I couldn't find one big enough to go all the way like in the bottom. So I just kind of pieced it together, and it definitely works really, really good. And down here I got me a little umbrella right here that I take and put on my chair whenever it gets hot out here, and you know, the sun's blaring down like it is right now. I can put the umbrella up there and kind of have me a little bit of shade. My little stern lights right here. And what I was talking about, my stern light, I made it homemade, man. This is actually a light bulb, an LED light bulb, and I made it work with a 6-volt battery and a resistor and some Christmas light plugs. It is really, really cool. If y'all want to see that right here, if you're still watching the video and you want to know how to make one of these right here, I will show you how to make one. It's really cool. And it's pretty bright too. Down here at the bottom, on this little side piece, that is a plug, my bait knife right here, and a tiller handle extension. I do use that stuff. It does not fly out down here neither if you have it down here and you're going down the road, so that's ultra cool. All right, coming over here to the other side, I have a fish finder right here. It's the same exact fish finder I had for a long time. It's a Garmin Striker 4. It's a nice little fish finder, man. It'll do anything and everything you need it to do. It's got GPS on it. It doesn't have like clear view or anything like that on it. It's just basic. I mean, it is a basic sonar. And it definitely works. Trust me, it works great. And it was on here when I got the boat. But I've been using it and using it and using it. And I really like the little thing, man. It does exactly what I need it to do. Low drainage, out the way. And it does great. I mean, it does absolutely wonderful. And behind it is the switch panel right here for the bilge pump, the aerator, the front navigation lights, and I wired that up to the light that's inside the live well right there, so I can just utilize this switch because I won't use the stern light back there. It's supposed to be you press up for the stern light and have the stern light on, and you press all the way down and the stern light and the navigation light's on, but it ain't like that no more. It's just the navigation light, and then you press up and it's for the live well. So right here on the sidewalls, I put these LED light strips right here. The reason why there's tape on it is because I wanted to make sure it was going to hold up there. I put some super glue right here behind it too, just a little bit, and I've had that tape up there and I just left it up there. I never took it off whenever I put it up there. And them lights right here are for nighttime, and it lights up the whole bottom of the boat. It's really nice to have them lights sometimes and sometimes not, because they will blind you every now and then. But they're definitely nice to have. I have them on that side also right here. They go all the way down that side, and they go all the way down this side right here. And like I said, they're really nice to have, and they work off of I don't even have it on me, but in the inside right here, they work off of, where is it at? There it is right there. It works off of a portable charger for your phone. So they don't take any power at all. They will last a really, really long time. And right here in the center, we got another one of them seats. And I tell you what, man, they close down to a little bit of nothing, and they open up. And they're kind of big, you know, they're kind of big for the boat right here. But I like my comfort when I'm fishing for a long period of time. And them seats right there are ultra nice, man. So I done talked about it, but they're really, really nice. All right, so going back here to the back, I used to just have this pole holder and this pole holder back here. Them two was actually already on here when I first got the boat. There's two more over there. There's one right there, and there's one over here. The exact same thing. There was only 4 of them. And I needed something to hold some more poles. So what I did was I came up with some T-bars. This right here, I did not come up with this. This is actually a spider rig for crappie fishing. I actually found this setup right here, these 2 pieces of aluminum. I actually found this in the water, and you know, I had it, so I used it, and we made it a T-bar back here in the back of the boat for catfishing. And it's actually stronger than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was not gonna be that strong, but actually it is. I mean, it's ultra strong. And this one moves, but my other one over there does not move. That's the one that I built like this one right here. But this one moves, so that I'm sitting in this seat right here. Let me pick this back up. So when I'm sitting in this seat, I still got all the room I need over here on this side. It's really out the way, and I can still get back here to the motor. Over here on this side, you know, with me being turned or whatever, and I'm over here using the tiller handle for the boat motor, I don't really have to worry about the other side over there. So that side does not move, but this side does over here. It's a little bolt right here in the top to tighten it down wherever I want it at. And down here, you can take and adjust these two to wherever you want them, however you want them. You can turn them this way, this way, this way, and this moves too. So I got like all kinds of adjustments on them. And the way I mounted them is, let's move this anchor right here, is I did have to screw that to the floor. That's one thing I hated to do. It is a 1/2 inch flange is what it is with a, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to explain, but it screws in right here. And this is like a 90-degree elbow. And this is a coupler and a piece of threaded, I guess you can call it gas pipe, man. I guess you can call this gas pipe, with a 90-degree elbow, with a 6-inch piece, with another 1/2 inch coupler, and it goes up into this piece of aluminum right here. And I have it threaded. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is threaded, and I threaded it into this piece of aluminum so to hold it up. And that's how I have it mounted, just straight down into the floor. I really hated doing that, but it's just like little channels that goes down into the boat right here that drains all the water down. So it's not going into anything besides for the floor, the actual floor down in there. And I have my anchor's just sitting right behind it, and the anchor sits on top of the rope like this right here. And it doesn't look all that great, but it sits on top of the anchor rope so it doesn't fly out. And this thing is actually pretty strong, man. Check this out. I mean, it is really, really strong. I mean, I was pulling on that. It pushes up against the side of the boat back here. So when you're pulling on it, or catfish pulling on it, it doesn't take and put a whole lot of strain on it, and it's just pushing up against this. And I put just kind of like a piece of foam there is for like your water line, so that it doesn't freeze. I just kind of put it behind it. The exact same thing on this side right here. So whenever it pulls on it, it's not actually hitting the plastic on it. But man, these little T-bars right here that I put on the back was one of the best things that I ever did, and it helps out so much when I'm out there fishing. And that one's just got some Ozark Trail pole holders on it back here, and they're all adjustable too. But this was the only one that moves like that. I wish that one did, but it doesn't. And they're pretty nice, man. It was a great addition that I did to the boat. All right, so moving on from these pole holders right here, back here in the back, this is my gas tank. It is a 3-gallon gas tank. I had a 6-gallon back here when I first got the boat, and I didn't really need 6 gallons. I mean, I do, but I don't. 3 gallons will definitely get me any and everywhere I want to with my little boat motor right here. I just took that out because it was so big, and I invested in a 3-gallon. I do got new hose going to the new gas line, going to the boat motor. And it don't cost a whole lot to fill up the tank. And like I said, I can get so far on 3 gallons, man. I mean, very, very far. Back here in the back, what pushes me is this 15 horsepower right here. It's a little 15 horsepower Mercury. I did have an 8 horsepower back there, but it just wasn't, it's like it just was not enough power for me, man. I just needed something a little, you know what I mean? Like I needed a little get up and go. And I got me a 15 horsepower little Mercury back here. It's a clean little motor, man. I mean, the outside of it, it does got like little scuff marks and stuff on it. But considering how old it is and what it is, man, it's a clean little motor. I mean, very clean. The only thing was I did have to get some more coils for it, and this piece right here on top was not there. I had to remake a piece. It's just a piece of aluminum I found right there. I just built it to that one right there, just kind of shaped it. But hey, that's the only thing that was basically wrong with it. That, and you know, cleaning the carburetor out, blah blah blah, adjusting it and stuff like that, man, and putting some new plugs, down there. I had to do that the other day because of the plugs, man. I think they were the original ones that was actually in here, and man, I tell you what, they were burnt. They were burnt. I don't even know how in the world the thing was still going like it was. But she's a clean little motor, man, and that's actually what gets me around on this little basstender that I got. But that's the little basstender, man. I mean, I don't really know what else to say besides for, you know, that's what I fish out of, and that's what I did to it. I've had it for 2 years. I will say that the little boat right here has been a really, really good one, man. I really enjoy the boat. I really fishing out of it. I really, really like fishing out of it. I mean, it's an all-around good boat, man. And I appreciate everybody that watched right here, me rambling on about it. But it's been 2 years, and there's the boat. That's what I did to it, with some seats, the lights, the horn, the wiring. I put the two what can we call that? I guess you can say it's T-bars, you know, homemade ones anyways. But they work though, trust me, they work really, really good. And I put lights down in the bottom, stern light. I think I said the seats already. The switch panel, the little bit of stuff I did in there, and just the live well light, the mat, and that's basically it. Oh, gas tank, my bad, and motor. But that's basically it, man. I mean, I haven't really did anything different. I lied. This right here, these lights right here, the LED lights. 252 did a job, and the job he did was he had to go do a porch, and they put up some new railing and did all kinds of stuff and put vinyl on it. But these are pieces that was cut off. I heated it up so it would take and go over top of this piece of PVC right here and sit down on it, and I bolted the light to it right here so it was up out the water. And that was actually 252's idea right there. That wasn't my idea. Well, he told me to take and put the lights up here instead of them being down here, and I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. So that was his idea, but everything else was my idea because he was going to throw it away. And I said, you know what, man, don't throw that away, dude. I can use that. So I grabbed 2 of them, one on that side and one on the other. So that was basically, I mean, that's basically it, man. And that's the boat 2-year update. That's what I did to it. She is a little dirty. Does got leaves in it. And she's sitting here and we still fishing off of it. And we ain't going to stop neither. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. It's going to be many more fishing videos off of it. So I appreciate y'all watching, man. And maybe some of the ideas that I did, you could take them and put them on your boat, even if you got aluminum one or fiberglass one, either way. But I appreciate y'all, man, and I see everybody on the next one. Peace out, y'all.